the purity of the yearning of the people that came towards me, my Boston accent, towards me, elicited from me something that wasn't what I still was. You understand? It took out of me something more than I was. In other words, somebody would come forward who really wanted God or really wanted liberation. And that stuff in me, that worldly stuff, just couldn't function. It was like their purity of their desire was a demand upon me that pulled out of me stuff that was higher than I was, if you will, or higher than I acknowledged myself to be, because I was so busy feeling identified with my desires, with my lust, with my anger, with my unworthiness, with all the stuff you're identifying with. Carl Jung and the archetypes and all that stuff. Carl Jung was somebody who attempted and did a remarkably beautiful work in opening up other planes of consciousness to help us understand the nature of phenomena. Yeah. The archetypes are like astral storylines. They're mythic identities, really. And my feeling in reading Carl Jung is that there was a place that he stopped, in which he wanted to remain the scientist. He wanted to remain the observer. He wanted to remain Carl Jung, knowing all this. And the predicament is that in the full mystical journey, you got to die, and then you aren't, and then it is. And then you can be Carl Jung, but you aren't. And there are moments in his writings where just little clues, like the statement after he's been out exploring into these other planes of consciousness, he said, "I was so happy to get back into my study." Just a line like that, you'll think, where's that come from? Who is that? Who does he think he is? You know, not in the negative sense, but just, wow. So I have a feeling of love, because I was a Freudian, and he certainly took us way beyond that level of understanding the unconscious into a much deeper way. But I do feel there's a limit when I read it.